March in the Circle City's March for Our Lives.
Enough chairs for 400.
Warren Central High School senior Brandon Warren says it's personal.
After losing Dijon back in May, it dawned on me that I have to do something.
He lost his friend and teammate to gun violence.
I kind of ignored a notification that alerted me that 3 people were gunned down on the west side of Indianapolis. It was from RTV6, and I ignored it because it said the west side of Indianapolis.
He quickly realized his friend Dijon Anderson was one of those victims. Since then, he's formed the nonprofit student-led group We Live, and he's stepped up to the plate to organize this major event taking place on a national stage.
From Carmel, Lawrence North, many different high schools, international, and take a part of something so special because at the end of the day, we all care.
Students and people of all ages from all across central Indiana marching for different reasons.
Carmel's gotten a lot of threats, and when you do particularly look at Parkland and Sandy Hook, they're nice areas. It can happen anywhere at any time.
Well, look at the weather out here. It is cold, it is snowy, most kids are off school today, and yet the room in there was packed. Just shows how dedicated they are to this cause.
That there is too much at stake, too much life ahead.
The faces in this crowd have seen more tragedy than most young people should. They gathered here because they need gun violence in Indy to end. Many of the city's 154 gun deaths last year were teenagers.
There's nothing good about seeing your friend, 17 years old, laying in a casket. That's just not a feeling anybody should have to go through.
But it's what they went through last May, all dressed up for the funerals of 2 friends. Warren Central students Angel Mejia Alfano and Dijon Anderson were shot and killed right before they could finish high school, go to college, start their lives.
That's a heartbreak you don't really want to wish on anybody. It was real tough.
I feel like it's super easy to get a gun. I feel like everybody knows someone who knows somebody to get one.
But that loss is what sparked this effort by teenagers to take a stand against gun violence. They started We Live Indy last summer, and now they're bringing in students from all across the city.
Us, kids, trying to make a difference is, that's, the best feeling in the world.
City leaders praised the kids for caring enough to be here, and during this event, teens talked solutions, stopping easy access to guns, resolving fights without deadly force, learning to forgive. Also, no one else has to lose a friend to gunfire.
It's a really good feeling because I feel like we're reaching out to people, and people are finally getting the message, it needs to stop, and it starts today.
So it's not just here at Warren Central. This program is going on in schools all across Indianapolis now.
18-year-old Dijon Anderson was a football star at Warren Central. He died in May after being shot on the west side. Another student, Angel Mejia Alfaro, was killed in the same shooting. In their memory and in hopes of ending the city's youth violence epidemic, a peace march through the city's streets. Led by Anderson's teammate, Brandon Warren, well over 100 people marched from Washington Park to the Marion County Juvenile Detention Center, spreading their message of peace and unity. Many of them personally affected by violence. Warren tells us as soon as he heard the news, he knew he could not stay silent.